Guess who is about to record a video? I'm giving myself a drum roll, guys. So it's Christmas in just some hours time, and then I know I've been MIA like for just no reason, but I promise you guys that I'm going to try. Now, I don't know, there's just been so many setbacks, but I think the most important thing is I'm coming back, guys, and I'm coming back pretty soon, so just watch out for me. I'm going to be recording a video very soon so probably I think I'm going to do a collection of videos like what 2019 has taught me. Like if I was to place a bet on myself like 3 years ago, I am sure that I would have lost all my money, but I've learned so much and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Hello. So I said I was going to share with you guys 10 things that 2019 has taught me, so I'm going to start now. I just hope that somebody will be inspired. So number one, 2019 taught me that change is the only constant thing in life. That's number one. Then number two thing that 2019 taught me was that whatever you're consistent with certainly breeds results, no matter how little. You know, they say little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. So no matter how little the effort you're putting in is, as long as you are consistently putting in the effort, everything breeds results. That result may not be financial. Maybe, for example, in your business, you're not exactly seeing the what's it called now? You're not exactly getting back what you have put in monetarily and all, character-wise and everything. Like, just say that there's something that has changed. If it's not your character, there's just something. If you check, you see that there is so much growth that has happened even without you seeing it. Then another thing that 2019 taught me is that I should never ever expect so much from people. You see, I started making excuses for people because at the end of the day we all have certain things we're going through, and then you can just be here expecting person A or person B to do this or to do that, and you're not even putting yourself in their shoes. Sometimes I learned to put myself in people's shoes, and it made me understand that I can't be here expecting too much from people. If I want something, I can work for it and get it. If I want love, I should start with loving myself first. If I want money, I should try to work for my money. That's life, actually. So if you're expecting too much from people, maybe for example, somebody comes to give you something and you be like, how can she give me this? I'm supposed to be getting more than this or something like that. Man, you're fooling yourself. You're kidding yourself, really. Because nobody brought you to Lagos. You brought yourself to Lagos. You're living for yourself. You came to this life on your own and you're going to die alone. So why expect so much from people? I mean, another thing that 2019 taught me is that I can do anything I set my mind on. You know, like I started the year 2019 and I wrote among things I wanted to do that I wanted to lose weight and everything. Because somebody had told me that I could never lose weight, blah blah blah. You sounded funny at the time, but instead of looking at it and saying, okay, she said I can't lose weight too, and I've tried. Some people say, oh, I have fat bones or I can't lose weight. But then I told myself that, okay, I wanted to do this and I put in effort. Even things I thought I couldn't do, I did them just so that I would actually lose weight. I lost 15 kg and it wasn't big, so guys, it wasn't big, but I did it. Because I wanted to do it, I actually did it, guys. If you're hearing the noise, there's a construction going on around here, so it's getting into the video. So the number 6 thing that 2019 taught me is things may not exactly go just as you have planned, but I learned to trust God through it, because I had so many plans listed out, but I wouldn't say everything went exactly how I wanted them to go. But at the end of the day, I learned to trust God, because even if I don't get exactly what I want, even if I did not get exactly what I wanted, there are many things that came through that I was glad that I experienced. Do you understand? You know, when you say in Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You may not be exactly getting that particular thing you want, but just know that with God being there for you, there's nothing that you will ever need that you will not get. At least the basic things. God knows the things that are best for us, so He gives us those things even in due time. And another thing I learned in 2019 is to never give up. Like, consistency pays. As far as you keep putting in the work, Like there's always a result to show for it. No matter how long it may take, there's always so much to get from it and all of that. Then another thing 2019 taught me is to never feel sorry for myself. I learned to see every failure as a stepping stone for greater successes. Anything that didn't work out exactly as I planned certainly was not meant for me, and if it was meant for me, I probably wasn't prepared for it at that particular time. Then another thing I learned is knowledge is power. In 2019, I started reading books a lot, and then there were so many things that I wouldn't have just gained by just sitting there and expecting that, okay, the knowledge will come to me. You know, sometimes you have to pursue knowledge, you have to run for it, you have to try to get it. There's sometimes that people say things like people are using social media to make money, and then there's some people that are just on social media burning their data and everything, but it's actually true. There's so many people that will do researches and then come on social media and give us value, but these things that they are giving us on social media are also things that we could research on our own. Do you get? So most times knowledge Then another thing I learned in 2019 is to make it in life, you have to be multifaceted. Like you have to have an idea of, you have to be versed in more than one thing. Okay, so another thing I learned in 2019 was never to give up on God. You know, God is very amazing and God is very kind. He knows every single thing that we need. So most times as individuals, we always want things to happen when we want it to happen. We always want things to happen basically in a hurry. But you know, God knows the best time for everything. To everything, there is a time. To everything, there is a season. So most times when we rush out of God's will, we may think that, okay, God doesn't love me, God doesn't care about me, but God is mindful of everybody. There was a time in my life I used to think that things were supposed to go a certain way, and then at the point in time that things didn't go a certain way, I just had a mindset. I told myself that when I'm finishing university, I must have a job. I must have at least a skill I'm doing, because I didn't want to sit at home, blah 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 blah. But you know, when life hits you hard and you have to face reality, you just see that it's not always as you plan. I used to have certain people around me then. I used to just look out, be like, why are they jumping from one thing to the other? Why are they not consistent? Blah blah blah, like that. I always told myself, like, no matter what I'm doing, I always learned from people and all of that. So I told myself I was going to be consistent in whatever I find myself doing, and I've actually been consistent. But you know, there's someone I know, like, I just used to see her like go from one level to the other, and then sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's manageable and all that. But this year I just saw God showing up in her life in so many amazing ways. Like this year was her year. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but I was just so glad and happy for her this year and all of that. So basically 2019 was really an inspiring year. 2019 taught me so much. 2019 taught me patience. 2019 taught me to read. 2019 taught me to gain knowledge from different means, different sources. It's been a very, very inspiring year, and I also thought to come here and share it. I'm hoping for a prosperous 2020 for you and I. So I'm saying happy 2020 in advance. Guys, learn to be grateful. No matter what you go through, just learn to show gratitude, because that is what actually makes you happy. The spirit of gratitude keeps you happy always. So from me to you, bye.